Volunteers from all over the country have come to help with this project. 8 Days of Hope is utilizing every volunteer they can, even putting your local reporter to work. Well, in this day and age, it isn't really possible to unhook entirely from electronics. There are certain things you can do to help alleviate tech neck. Things like focusing on your posture and elevating your computer screen can greatly improve the way you feel after a day focused around technology. Empowered for Life is completely volunteer-based and relies on contributions and donations from the community. Over 50 children visited the 12 different rotations that helped to teach them about what life was like during the pioneer days. This week, over 10,000 baristas at Starbucks located all across the country will be writing "Race Together" on customers' cups. It was on this playground that police were again called after parents noticed these two children playing unsupervised. This case has sparked controversy nationwide and has opened the dialogue about what it means to be a parent in the 21st century. Now, 8 Days of Hope and the Tupelo Police Department are giving back to this community with the promise of a new beginning.
This is really showing what we really care about, how much we care about our community.
Food, supplies, beverages, and time have all been donated by members of the community and beyond. Volunteers from all over the country have come to help with this project. 8 Days of Hope is utilizing every volunteer they can, even putting your local reporter to work. The next 8 days will be spent creating a building where, just last week, there was nothing but a slab of concrete. The Street Crimes Unit of the Tupelo Police has dedicated its workday to be able to help the cause.
Everybody thinks of protect and serve with the police, but a lot of times they don't get to see the serving part of it.
Lieutenant Michael Russell explains the officers are here to give back to the community, as well as honor the veterans. The American Legion Post has been at this location since 1920. It was founded with the intent of helping veterans, but through the years it has also become a community outreach program.
This is going to be a beautiful American Legion, and yeah, the veterans are going to benefit, but our community is going to benefit.
A year after that devastating disaster, this community is demonstrating that with hard work and dedication, anything is possible. In Tupelo, Rachel Fazio, WTVA News.
If you're like me, then you check your phone and computer 100 times a day. But with the information I learned today, I am definitely going to think twice about how much I rely on technology.
As society's dependence on technology only continues to grow, many people find themselves paying with more than just money.
Doing this. Basically what's happening is that puts pressure on the spine.
A sore neck, fatigue, and muscle strain are just a few of the common symptoms associated with a disorder called tech neck.
When I'm looking down at my phone, I can tell, and it kind of starts to hurt my neck.
The numbness that some people complain about in their hands and stuff has a lot to do with when they do this.
Chiropractor Howie explains that taking care of one's nerves and spine is of the utmost importance.
You have nerves that come from your brain down through your spine and control everything in your body.
Failing to recognize signals from your body could lead to bodily damage.
If you block off the messages from the brain at the neck level, it's going to affect obviously everything below it.
Well, in this day and age, it isn't really possible to unhook entirely from electronics. There are certain things you can do to help alleviate tech neck. Things like focusing on your posture and elevating your computer screen can greatly improve the way you feel after a day focused around technology.
It's definitely a lot easier to look at a screen that's naturally at your eye level rather than looking down.
But luckily, this common disorder can be easily remedied if you remember to power off just once in a while.
Sometimes when you're hectic life and you're on the computer and stuff and you've been there for a while, sometimes it's hard to remember those things, but take a break.
Neck is also causing aesthetic problems, with an increased number of people reporting issues with sagging skin and wrinkles. I'm Rachel Fazio, live in Tupelo at the Lee County Public Library. Back to you.
I realized there was just absolutely nothing for the children to do here in this area, so I felt like it was just my call and my mission just to get something here for these kids.
After the Wren Community Center closed, Martisa Francois decided to open a learning center for children. Empowered for Life Incorporated was launched in the beginning of June. It gives children an opportunity to grow and learn outside of the academic school year.
When the children come into this program, we give them a small assessment just to kind of see where they are academically, and then we basically build a plan catered to their specific needs.
But it's not all about academics. The children complete an art project every day and take trips to local museums and libraries. There is also a strong emphasis on physical activity with time built in for dance and kickball.
The most rewarding thing is seeing the excitement on the children's face each week as we experience new things.
A converted warehouse, this building now has the capacity to host 45 children. But it's not always easy finding the money and resources. Empowered for Life is completely volunteer-based and relies on contributions and donations from the community.
Parents currently pay a fee to enroll their children in the program, but this nonprofit has a long-term goal in mind.
Hopefully one day down the road we can get enough donors so that we can open this up to any child.
For now, these children are enjoying having a place to learn and play during the summer months. In Wren, Rachel Fazio, WTVA News. The museum is helping modern-day citizens experience what life used to be like. Museum curator May Mathis says these exhibits and demonstrations help to educate kids.
We've got representatives from the Chickasaw Nation. We have people showing pioneer games. We even have Elvis.
Over 50 children visited the 12 different rotations that helped to teach them about what life was like during the pioneer days.
A large group of homeschooled children, as well as the Lee County agricultural students, took part in the diverse rotations. The stations allowed kids to listen to traditional pioneer music and see firsthand how people used to farm. Many of the stations included interactive demonstrations like the hay baling and the blacksmith.
My favorite thing was how he bent the metal when he burnt it and bent it. Yeah, the blacksmith.
And Mom Natalie Bullock says it's no surprise that the blacksmith was the overall favorite with the kids.
I think it was because he allowed them to act as apprentices.
But all of the stations provided different insights into what life was like hundreds of years ago.
It was very interesting for the children. They learned a lot of things about how pioneers lived and Indians lived.
Living History Days demonstrations provides fun and entertainment, but there is a specific goal in mind.
I hope that the students learn about their history.
And Living History Days is just one of many ways that the Orrin Dunn City Museum is keeping the culture of the past alive. In Tupelo, Rachel Fazio, WTVA News.